Oil exists. Seniac, hippity hoppity, you're now my property. Episode 1, we're gonna destroy this island. Episode 3, I want to make this a beautiful place. Seniac, it's just an oil port. World, I want to connect to that port. Everyone who watches this, like in the first 1,000 views, comments immediately, because they think people will like their comment. Town, Seniac, we need power. Seniac at the corner of the island. Why am I losing so much money? And that is why we're back for episode 4, boys, to OilTown here in Cities Skylines. It's time. We've got enough stuff going on the island, enough industrial demand that it's time that we progress and turn OilTown Corp, the beautiful industry, well, not beautiful to the world, but to our bank account it's beautiful. We're going to take a step up. We're going to turn the dial to medium roast, and we are going to expand this place like crazy. Last episode we got the cargo hub and harbour in. Boys, we're exporting more than ever before. If you enjoy OilTown, then make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're new around here, guys, please make sure you subscribe. Now, let me know what you think to these comments at the start of each episode. Do you enjoy them? Do you want me to keep doing it? I find it a lot of fun. You guys are hilarious in some of the comments that you're posting. So let me know about that. But we're back, boys. We start to get that small little bit of a skyscraper effect going on right now to try and get more and more people moving to the town. Because the more people that move, the more people we can use. Get it? The more people that move, the more we can use to make oil. Now, OilTown Corp has exactly 101 jobs available. Now, they are mainly coming from the fact that there's educated and there's highly educated jobs currently available. It's continuing to go down. It's now 97. The more I talk, the lower that value is getting. So we need to work a little bit on this. We need to export so much more. So we made 8,000 recently. We are producing quite a lot of stuff, which is really good. So this is the time where we take a stronger look back at now the OilTown Corp and start to structure it a little bit better. Now it's to have our designated areas, zones, and all that jazz, and really get it up and running. So we have at the moment over here our oil plant. Now I'm going to pause it for a second, and I'm going to move this and relocate it next to. Is this our coal plant or no, incineration plant? I'm just going to move it over there because that produces a little bit of power too, which is great. So I want to move it out of the way so we got room in for so many activities. And we just then gonna bring. Oh no, can't do that. Let me just kill this off here. And if I bring that straight across, and then that down there, so that's kind of connected. OilTown Corp is not connected just yet, but I want to slightly maneuver stuff and then extend this road here to a 4-lane road. So, bring up our industrial road. I need to convert all these roads to industrial roads. Actually, no, before we do that, let's move some of this. So we have here the petrochemical plant, there we go, which produces the oil into plastic. Now, I'm just going to move these guys over on this side. And we're going to, should we back them onto one another? Or do I get like another road going through the middle? So if we got another road, then I can technically have that not touch this main drag, where a lot of the vehicles will probably be driving through. So let me just kind of play around with it. If I move that to there, and how far away does this touch? So it comes away by 1. And how does that look there? Okay, that's not too shabby. So we run it straight through. It's just basically to keep it off the main drag road. And I'll flip these other ones against each other. No, actually, no. I want this one touching the other road. Let me just move it there, move it back there. Sweet. Does it cost us to move stuff? I think it does. Actually, I don't know, to be honest. So we've moved those over there. We now have, obviously, the big storage plant right now. Now, I'm going to keep all this side here, these little lines there, to the production of the oil buildings. I'm going to move some storage just there for now. Which means I can then upgrade this road. So industrial road, upgrade, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Boy. And then we have these ones that produce the petroleum. So kind of do the same running down this way. Let me get that normal industrial road down. Cut that straight through. I've got to upgrade so many roads. And then get these moved and added in. So if I place that there, that takes up 4. So if I do it here, or do I do it on this side? I'll do one there. And if I can get the anarchy on, I think this is probably going to be the better option for me. Let me just turn the anarchy on for a second, because I can then merge these into one another and then maximize the space that we have. Right, okay, so they're together there. I'm keeping off this main drag road, so traffic is down to a minimal on that, because that is the main, again, road to the export area. So that's all moved over, and then I think I'll slightly expand over here. Let's bring this road. How far am I going to bring this road to? Should we try and get it in line to this one? Yeah, that's pretty much in line there, which is great. That's exactly what we want. And yeah, like I said, it gives me so much more room then to play around with stuff. So in this area here, we can have then all the production buildings that create the oil. But I just want to add in a little bit extra. Now, let's bring this up by 10. Bring that across by another 10. And then we'll create a little bend there. Does that look good or not? Let me try that again. So, go across by 7, down by 7. That makes more sense. It's an equal angled turn at that point. And we'll keep the main building here, but if I just kind of slash through it. Is that in order? Nah, man. I feel like I'm slightly messing this up a little bit. But what I'm trying to do is I want to move these buildings. So the workers building we place over here. And here is the maintenance building. I feel like we should move the maintenance building. How big is the building? Okay, it's quite large. Let's have that. Oh, I can have it slided in just there behind this plastics building factory. So that's good. So we got so much room now to mess around with stuff. I'll leave this as it is. Let's just quickly upgrade the roads, because it will annoy me that they're not all the same. There we go. And I don't know whether to stick to the original, well, the smaller pumps at the moment, or shall I spend that little bit of extra cash and start to get some larger pumps? Because we played around with the large one just there, but we have some smaller versions here, there, and everywhere. So let's check these out then. In the oil, what? We went to this one before. So now I could potentially go to a small drill. So a small drill is still quite big. So if I do one there, I do one there, a 2 gap, and a 2 gap there. So that's an additional 4 pumps. And what's the difference between these? So that does 6,400 units a week. This one does 8,000. Oh, okay, this is different. This is okay. So this does more than the original first one, but not as much as this one. Okay. Then we have the large oil and drill rig, which does more than all of these, which is better. So why don't we squeeze a couple of these on there? So I'll do one there. I'll do another 2 gap there. So we get 2 of those down there. We are starting to really ramp up the production at this point. And do you reckon that storage will be able to handle it, or should I get a secondary storage? What are these? These are the offshore drilling platforms. Oh my goodness me. Right, I need some storage. We got the small storage there. Do I go for a slightly larger oil tank one? Oh, that's huge. That's huge, boys. Right, we're going to squeeze that one in too. Right, that can definitely store a lot of oil for us. 600 barrels versus it's double. Okay, nice. So, are these connected for power anyway? Yeah, they should be all okay. Did it have water? Yeah, they'll all be okay. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes for the OilTown Corp now to readjust itself with the new buildings that it has. It's going to have a lot more jobs available, which is great. So we've got 257 jobs available right now, but it already would have taken or filled up a lot of the gaps we had originally. So a lot more uneducated people can now actually work there, which is really, really good. And our production is going to be really, really high, so yay! It's distractive. It's cool, man, it's cool. So, yeah, it looks great. I'm going to say this right now. I know we said we were going to destroy this island, but it kind of does look nice, doesn't it? It's as nice as it can look, but again, it's going to be really polluted. Right. So again, like I said, we had a huge industrial demand right there. So we'll fast forward then, because all we've really done is up the production of the oil, not what we then turn the oil into. Plastics or no, yeah, plastic. Is it plastics or petroleum? Yeah, plastics or petroleum. Where's the petroleum? There. We haven't really added in more of those production buildings, so it's only really raw oil. So we're gonna have more barrels exporting. So that's when we then start to take a look at larger buildings that we can work with. So we got this this plant here, which does the oil. That one does the plastics. This is a larger one that does the oil. It's the waste oil refining plant. So it doesn't look it doesn't look that much more bigger than the other one, but it does 8,000 units a week. Whereas this one, so it does double. Okay, that's cool. It does double. So let's stick this here then. So it's 35,000, which is quite expensive. So I can only afford to get one in for just a moment, and again that would give us more jobs as well. I think we need to get some more worker barracks as set up as well. How many do we have over here? We have the full 40 out of 40. So what did worker barracks do again? I always forget what they're meant to do. Worker barracks increases the work efficiency of the workers in the industrial area. Each building increases the work efficiency by 5%, up to a maximum of 100%. Okay, we'll definitely go for another one of these. This is 15,000, so if I squeeze this one just here, so we've really just upped our efficiency by 5%. That's what we're pretty much doing with each one. So that's cool. So yeah, we should see some slight changes, and we should ding up to a level 5 as well. We're just going to get some more resources produced. A lot more people can now work there, lots more jobs available. Should be pretty sweet. So we'll give this time then to build up then, because we are literally it's put a huge hole. We had like over 200,000 at the start of this episode. We're now down to like 17, so we gotta slightly wait for the money to build up. People are consistently moving into OilTown, which is really, really great to see. I'm happy with that. And yeah, so I seen a comment about the oil, not the oil, the sewage. With someone saying like, "Senior, can you move the sewage? It's making the place look ugly." It's kind of what OilTown's meant to be, but you can kind of see, since I replaced it with this large one, it's not polluting as much. But we really got to figure out a way in which we can solve that. Now, a simple way to have not so much pollution, even though we are, you know, slightly destroying the place, is having like a little basin, or going for the eco version ones, or even, I mean, I did have a mod at some point. We got these, like, you know, clarifiers. They're pretty good too. We have the sewage treatment plant, clean your water, safe for the nature, but it's expensive. That's the thing. But we might take a look at that in the future, just not now, because as it is. Oh, but then again, the sewage treatment does need to change at some point. It really does. But we're just going to see how it goes. Okay, so what is this like now then? Jobs available down to 67. Okay, money going out. I'm starting to see a lot more of the average weekly profit go up. We're also making or producing or selling, should I say, a lot of barrels. So as the money continues to rise, I'm buying more production buildings. So let's get another one of those in then. So we had, which was it now? Oil. It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll squeeze another one of these in there. We'll just merge it through, back up on one another. Now, that was just briefly complaining about there was no resources, but got it delivered straight away. So that's pretty cool to see. And then what is the other big version? We have this, which is the is it the naphtha? Is that how you say it? The naphtha cracker plant, which produces plastic. It does 8,000 units a week. And how big is that? Oh, that's quite a large building, isn't it? Right, we'll squeeze one of those there. I didn't even check to see how much it was. 40,000. Holy moly! And we'll squeeze one just on that side as well. And that should really then up our plastic production, which would be really good. That's what would be nice to see. This is going to be a very busy area over here right now. Very busy area. But again, tons of jobs are available again. Yes, they are. So we've really turned the corner now with this. We've really turned the corner. I think we might need to do some more barrels for the oil. Maybe, we'll see. Stuff will be get exported again. Just bringing stuff in. This is going great. I couldn't be more happier, boys. Wow, dude, we just have like a big X. 22,000. Damn, son. That's great. That's really good. Nice. And we still have a large industrial demand as well, which is also pretty cool. So there's no reason to grow our residential area just yet. It's pretty much working just fine. So let's start to give them some additional stuff in the city. Maybe we should take a look at upgrading this, the park area now. And then we'll add in like landmarks and other recreational stuff as well. So City Park then. We added in the large chessboards. We haven't got any room for piers or fishing. Let's drop a couple of gazebos in. So I'm going to do a nice little gazebo corner over here. One there, and then we'll go for this brown one just there. And I'll do a couple here as well. One there, and we'll go with one just there. We also, we're dingling up to level 4. We've also got in some climbing frames which we'll squeeze in. That'll be kind of nice for these guys. Throw one on that side, and then one over here. We have some trampoline parks for the kids. The kids will love the trampoline parks. Let's squeeze one of them in on that side and get one in that corner too. And it's up to a level 5. Wow, we upgraded to 2 levels just like that in Charles Phillips Park. And that makes us 5,000 a week in income. Oh, snap. Oh, and OilTown CORP just upgraded, boys. Killing the game. 21,000 going out. This is great, man. Guys, we remember that time when we were struggling for money? Now they're just throwing money at us, boys. That's really good. Okay, right. That's pretty sweet then. We did some nice little sweet little upgrades right there. Now, I can just invest all the money back into OilTown CORP. That would be the smart thing to do, so I'll do a little bit more. We got the large oil drills as well. We got 2 in over there, and I'll get another 2 in just here. So one there, one there. And then we do have, that's the production building. We do have this, the offshore drilling platform. Now we do we have oil? Yeah, we do have a little bit of oil in the water and stuff like that. So, I could build a tunnel on a small little platform going out. That could be cool, but I'll leave that for another time. So let's get a few more of these large oil drillings. So the more oil that we're drilling up, the better. There we go. Let's get some worker barracks in as well so we can really up the bonuses that we get in. So 1 there, 2 there. Can I squeeze a few down here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Some more worker barracks are just there, which they need a little bit of water. There we go. Nice. Okay. Well, that's great then. So we're going to produce him more at that point, which is good. And we've got over 300 jobs now available. Nice. So what's the unemployment like now in OilTown? 32%. So we can continue to increase that by getting some larger production buildings back down. And what's this? This is oil industry. What's that there? Oil industry storage. Oh, yeah, it's a big thingamajig. Storage thing in there. I was wondering what that was for a second. Right, let's get 2 more of these in. So we're squeezing one of those just there. And we'll get in one of these. There we go. We'll get it on this side. Just there. So again, spends a lot of my money again. But that should we should reap the benefits pretty quick on that. So we'll just wait for the new buildings to get goods going in. And we are doing fantastic, mate. Oh, there we go. So we're going to need some sewage now. Is anybody else complaining? No, just these guys. So I've got to pause for a second. I just wanted to check the policies. Now I could spend some extra money on improving logistics, which is packing and scheduling of deliveries is more efficient due to advanced inventory and vehicle tracking systems. Increase the storage capacity of extractors and processor buildings by 20%, but it increases the upkeep by 10%. But if I can make 20% more money, you can then pay the extra 10%. So we'll go with that. Improve work safety, supervise carefully with strict standards and regulations, increases the workers' health, which, again, we're making tons of money, so we can afford to look after our citizens, and advanced automation. Robots and automation can production faster and more accurate, increases the production output by 10%, increases building upkeep by 10%. Okay, we'll go with all of it. Yeah, it's going to cost us a lot more money, but we should be so much more effective. So much more effective. Right, we're going to have to add in another sewage thingy-mabooty right now. Let's put back into play for a second. Now, if I did save up for this one, has a pumping capacity. Where does this go? Does it go on a road? Does it go... Yeah. Right, I've never actually used one of these, so this will be kind of interesting. So, 22,000. Right, does it actually up my sewage treatment? It does. Right, hold on. How much did it give us? 88,000. My sewage capacity was 98,000. Okay, so we're not quite there with that. I was going to say we could have that building on its own. But then again, that doesn't cost us that much to upkeep, does it? 520, and how much does it cost to upkeep that? We did 60. I mean, yeah, we'll keep it like that. But that's one way there, guys, to not dump so much sewage into the sea. So that could be a nice little extra on top there. Right, we'll give this some time to tick along with its new improved logistics and stuff like that, and then see where we're at. I just want to see how many jobs are left or are available. So 300 jobs available. So I think we need to start highly educating peeps now, some of them anyway. So let's... Oh, university's too much. Isn't it cheaper versions of a university? Public library. That's a university. No, no, no. That's a university, the Bakewell Academy. It takes on 750 students. What does the normal one do? Wow, that's a lot of students. Okay, we'll take on this one. How big is it? Okay, it's not that big. So that would be kind of cool to add in. Let's get it over. Let's get it here, and we can build like another park around it of some sorts. It's a nice little university thrown in just there, and I can get rid of that power line there, and it should be okay still. Yeah, right, that's good. So it means we can highly educate some folk, and then the highly educated can take the highly educated jobs, then opening up positions for the lower educated elsewhere. And we've already got 84 people enrolled in there. Nice. Right, look at the traffic jams right now. We're going to have to move these storage buildings like apart from each other. So if I place... let me just cancel this a second. Right. So let's think of this a little bit more smartly right now. Let's do the roads a little bit further along. So I can extend that up there, and that's fine. I've got storage building on the end of that road there. And, alright, let's cross the road slightly. Let's go up by 20. Just there. And we'll cross the road here by 20. To there. And then we'll have that go to here. Oh, no, do I want that? I think I want that kind of road to be a little bit further out. Like, maybe bend down and go around. So that'll be the option for that. So I can just actually bring that in like that. It was this one over here. I just want this to kind of extend up. Right. So we'll move this big boy over on this side, up into the corner. Now move this over there. Now, has that got power? Yep. Fast forward then so they can update their new routes and off they go. Oh, that needs water. So I'm hoping now that we've kind of slightly moved it away a little bit, then it doesn't cause too much of a traffic jam. Well, that's causing traffic issues for the guys on that side. So if I drop it there instead. So the big one's not too much an issue. It was causing issues for the people who have just come off the exporting area. Well, that's now causing traffic jam there. It's all about just trying to fine tune it. Now, if I did it on that side instead, let's see how it changes now over time. So again, let's give it a couple of moments to update. And I feel like it's spread out a little bit more. I mean, you're not really going to solve much issues here, to be honest, because there is going to be a lot of vehicles no matter what. I mean, there is ways to make it more efficient. I could always plan more storage areas and other places to kind of spread it out slightly. It's always a good shout to do. So why don't we try that then? I'll do some smaller storage. So I do want it just there, which will fit in wonderfully. Right, we'll get one there as well. And we'll see how that now, technically all spread out, changes things. It might create more vehicles, it might not, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's not really harming anyone. It's only traffic for the industrial area and not too much over here. So these guys are a bit ill over here. What's going on, guys? You're not feeling too good? Now, what's our medical treatment like? Right, we've got one medical building just there. So it'd be nice to get another one in, maybe on this side. So let's actually take a look at, I'm going to replace this section. Oh, I've used the anarchy. Does that, will it demolish the building? Yeah, has it done so? There we go. So that should now double our health capacity and look after our residents a little bit more. Look how much funds we've got coming in right now. We're at 42,000 in the expectations right there. That's ridiculous. We're also getting more highly educated people now take those positions, which is great. That's really good. And the traffic doesn't seem too bad over there now, does it? Oh, this is really good, guys. Oh, we need power. We're out of power. Okay, right. So. We need more power, boys. So, how is the garbage looking first? Because I could drop another incineration plant. And, yeah, it's going to cause a lot more issues. Right, pause, delete. But it's handling everything else pretty well. So that should kill two birds with one stone. We just got to wait for it to have some garbage. So fast forward quickly. Get some garbage. Produce some powers. We're good. Yeah, we're all good. So it's only a little bit over, but when it does start ramping up the production, see, no megawatts at the minute. So when it gets the garbage trucks back full of garbage, starts processing it, we're back up and running, boys. So now then, our industrial demand has started to decrease. Very nice. So let's now expand our low residential further out. So let's just kind of fill up all these little gaps here. There we go. We need more power again. Is that started producing yet? Oh, it's started slightly, but it's not enough. What does the other one produce? 9. To be honest, I don't feel like we're making that much garbage in general to supplement that, to be honest. I could get another oil plant in, but that's really expensive. But it could do the job. Well, we got a geothermal plant. Okay, that's a little bit cheaper to run, but it's huge. It's freaking huge, boys. Right, if I drop that in just there. So I got to really sort out my power production areas, to be honest. But that is not going to give me a ton of power. That would see me into many, many moons ahead in this game, which is quite cool. And it ain't looking too shabby, boys. It ain't looking too shabby. Now, what's the unemployment rate now, then? So we've got it down to 4%. How crazy is that, man? 4%. Oh, I'm well happy with that. That's glorious. So with the expansion of OilTown CORP, that's doing the business right now, 41,000 in returns. Nice. We've got to start looking at other ways in which we can make money, like the unique factories and that kind of jazz. I might have to import some other goods, because again, we don't want any other type of industry in OilTown. And we may not have to think about upgrading some of these roads. If I move this along by 1, if I move that along by 1, move that along by 1, I'm hoping I'm then able to upgrade, yep, that road and that road going straight in. So it gives us that kind of 4-lane movement that we have over here. I should really take a look at doing some traffic management around the industrial area. I'll just get rid of the traffic lights on these long roads to begin with anyway, because they're not really needed as much. Yeah, that should be good. So let's slightly upgrade them. Get a bit more room for maneuvering. But it ain't too bad, is it? You can see the pollution line, which is crazy. These guys are sick over here. And that's because they're so close to the pollution line. I might have to, like, do something to save those guys. I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. Right. In terms of money, we've turned it. We had like 200,000 at the start. We're now down at 17,000, and we're approaching almost $1 million. I just wanted to check out the pollution. Oh my goodness me, it is not great, especially here, especially over here as well with the factory stuff. That's kind of crazy. That really is. Right, making big bucks from OilTown CORP. So many jobs available, so as more and more people move to the island, there is always work for them, which is really nice. And now we're starting to reap the benefits of the oil industry. I think it's time that we build a nice little area, and it might be on this side over here, for where the rich and wealthy live. Or it could be on top up here, and they overlook the black gold that is the oil. So think of all the big bosses, the big head of the corps, the big managers, the big wigs taking all their big bucks from devastating this once was a beautiful tropical island. They can live in their big mansions on the hill. Wow, that's kind of cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, please make sure you subscribe, because we got so many more plans that we've got to do for OilTown. There is just so much we got to look at, so much we got to improve, so much got to work on. We get to the point now where I think it's time we incorporate a pretty decent public transport. Might even incorporate a nice little metro system. That will be really, really handy as well for these guys. So that's something else that we can kind of look at. It's going to be so freaking good. So many people coming to the park. This is the only luxury item they've got, but we do need to add in some like parks and recreational stuff as well for these guys. So before we go, one more time, how many jobs are left? 680. So it's floating around. It's going more up than down. But I think that's because we've got more people leaving. So we might need to build some more residential. And by build more residential, replace the low density with high density. We need to sort out this corner as well with the pollution. Residents are sick, which is not great. So we got to do something just there. I mean, the line's over here, so I'm not sure what it is. They could just be generally sick, but then again, it's this little corner, so the trees aren't really dead. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Anyway, guys, hope you did enjoy this. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.